Things are not always what they appear to be. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, August 12th, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. First up, according to Zero Hedge, the central bank gold buying through the first half of 2024 set a record. Now, let's not forget, many countries have been repatriating gold for years now. The switch is coming. The only question is when. Over the weekend, the Ukraine demanded that Mexico arrest President Putin at the presidential inauguration. I don't expect that to go very well if they try to do something like that. On a much more serious note, Americans are now holding a whopping $7 trillion in uninsured cash in their bank accounts. This is according to an under-the-radar report from the FDIC. If you combine that amount of cash that's uninsured, what's happening in the commercial real estate market, and what's happening in the stock market, it all adds up. We're going to have a very bumpy ride over the next few months. But again, I truly believe we're moving in the right direction. According to several news sources, Venezuela is discussing joining the BRICS Association. It's a lot of oil to be bringing into the BRICS, and I believe there's something like 80% of the oil producing countries are now part of BRICS, and they will not be selling their oil in US dollars. Another interesting twist. You know, there's a lot of polls out there and people discussing Kamala Harris and President Trump in terms of the polls, and some polls are talking about her being close to President Trump and even ahead in some states. It's garbage, and it's far from the truth. If you look at some of the polls on X, you have a much more accurate assessment, and they are coming in at around 74% for President Trump and about 20% for Harris. So that, let's not forget, not only are they faking polls, but she's using artificial intelligence at her rallies to make it look like the rallies are bigger than they are. It's all bogus, in my opinion. According to Election Wizard, the Defense Secretary Austin has ordered the deployment of the USS Georgia submarine, an Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine, to the Middle East. He also ordered the USS Lincoln Carrier Strike Group to accelerate its transit to the region. Now, I believe some of the news that we see on mainstream is manufactured. Whether this is or not, I really couldn't tell you, but it's certainly something to pay attention to, and I will certainly keep an eye on it. So J.D. Vance was on CNN over the weekend, and he said something very interesting. He said many things, but the thing that caught my eye was he said Kamala Harris isn't running a presidential campaign. She's producing a movie. Everything is scripted everywhere she goes. She's fundamentally a fake person who changes her tune depending upon what audience she's in front of. As I've said, President Trump talks about fake news. Is there more going on behind the scenes than most people realize? Well, I believe there is. Is there a level of challenge to people's perspective? I believe that there is. Is a lot of this, if not most of this, coordinated and being controlled in a certain fashion? I believe it is. But again, these are just my opinions, but I think J.D. Vance came out and said that specifically for a reason. As we know tonight, President Trump and Elon Musk will be doing a live broadcast on X at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I think it would behoove all of us to take a look at it and see what they have to say. And then lastly today, I just want to make a statement. In this movement, we are going to have different opinions. We're going to have different perspectives. Some people who have been awake longer or have spent more time researching are going to have different perspectives, but I think it's extremely important that we not attack one another. And I see a lot of attacks going on. Maybe some of these are from the other side trying to instigate problems, but I am of the opinion that even though we may have different perspectives, we should all be united in this mission for truth. Again, that's just my perspective, but I hope that you listen. Well, that's all we have for today. If you'd like to support this channel, go to samshalhoub.com. There's multiple ways to do it. or you can go to mypillow.com and enter in the discount code SAM. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.